Hi everyone. I'm going to use this screencast to share with you some of my resources and how I use Edmodo features to teach poetry with my high school students. This is my Master Intermediate High School group of 11, 12 graders, and uh, I all of these guys are non-native speakers of English. I still challenge them to try and reach the Common Core state standards available on Edmodo through snapshots. But let me start from the beginning. For this specific set of lessons, I have chosen the road not taken by Robert Frost. And in class, we start with watching this video, which actually explains it's the recital of the poem, and we discuss the main elements. We discuss some vocabulary, and then I choose some of the ideas in the poem and prepare a poll for my students. After they vote on which of these ideas they believe represents the most symbolic meaning of the poem, The Road Not Taken, then we go through the poem itself. We read the poem and we listen to the poem using this link specifically from Poetry Foundation. It's a really useful link because it also allows you to listen and to read the poem. It actually allows students to check the pronunciation of difficult words. I also assign my students a snapshot titled Understanding Poetry, which nobody has turned in because I allow them to do it at their own pace, just to see where they stand with this standard. And then I also, in class, we also go through the elements of poetry using this link. And I also post it on Edmodo so that students who have not attended that class can actually check and catch up with the other students by reading the contents on this link about or even give them the poem. So in order to give them a poem, I will show you how to open a folder. I click on Manage Folders and I click Add Folder, and I'm going to put the title Understanding Poetry. Click on Create, and it's done. After you do this, you can open the folder and then click on New to actually add the link of the poem. I'm going to copy the link and paste it over here and put a title of the web page. Usually it generates the title, but I'm going to put the title The Frost Poetry Foundation, and I'm adding this link. As soon as you got this link in the folder, you could attach it to a note and inform students that you have actually put the poem for them to read. If you want to put the heading to your note in bold, you could use these stars and write between them. So I'm going to write something like The Road Not Taken by Robert Frost, and write something like, hi guys, you find a full analysis of the poem. Enjoy it. And then I type the name of the group, Pegasus ES Master. Should find the group itself, and then I send it to the group. And it has been posted successfully. You can see it over here. It's now available for the students. They can actually read it at home, and those students who did not attend that lesson could also read and get acquainted with the poem itself. And then, for instance, at this point I would assign them a quiz. I would send them a quiz related to the elements of poetry that we've already practiced in class. We had a game on quizzes about poetry basics with some of the students, but those students who are not attending this lesson can actually read about elements of poetry on this link. And then I would create a quiz titled here, so here you put the title, The Roses Quiz. And I will assign, let's say, 30 minutes. of the quiz. I would add the first question, and the first question can be related to, let's check, to a poetic device called anadiplosis. I'm going to copy this one. I'm going to write something like this. What is the poetic device? So I'm going to add 4 responses. And let's say I don't want to put the first one correct, I want to change it here. If you want to put D as a correct answer, then you set it as a correct answer by clicking on this button here, and then I'm going to write the correct answer, anadiplosis. Here it underlines it as red as incorrect, but I've checked it online and it's correctly spelled, anadiplosis. And I'm going to use here anaphora, which is the same thing, but the repetition at the first position of the line, the clause. I'm going to use here metaphor. I'm going to use here personification, and that will be all. So this is how you can actually prepare a quiz and use various devices, various features of Edmodo to you can combine them in a way so that you can use Edmodo fully as a resource without actually relying on any paper resources. And I think that's a really useful tool, and students enjoy it and find it really entertaining and interesting. So I hope you will try some of these ideas, and I hope you'll find them enjoyable. Thank you.